Good night. I am Tomas Guevara, and this is his channel Rewriting Reality. If you are interested in knowing yourself, then subscribe to this channel. This episode is called The Essence Families. Tonight, I am going to explain this subject, because this affiliation is what makes us unique, depending on which family we belong, and we are aligning to. There are 9 families of essences in our reality. Here we are going to describe them. The Mayans called them the 9 Watchers of the Night. Let me first explain that we are not born into a family of essence. We are attracted to a family. Just as we are attracted to a political party or a football team. We are attracted through intention, as metal is attracted to a magnet, the family being the magnet. Once we make that decision, we belong to that specific family. Then we aligned ourselves with another family. As I will explain below. We, within our intentions, are the metals attracted by families. That can change if we wish. Generally speaking, we don't. That's not to say we won't, because we always incorporate options. Therefore, we can, at any time, choose to align ourselves with another essence family temporarily, for a unique experience and to experience another intention of a specific focus or life. In general, we don't. We incorporate qualities from all essence families. Therefore, in different scenarios, we can choose to express the qualities of another particular essence family, with which we do not align or do not belong, and we do so only for the sake of experience. Normally we continue to express the qualities of the 2 families we choose, the one we belong to and the one we align to. Again, it is not impossible to change our belonging or our alignment. However, this is not an action that the essence usually generates, because it is unnecessary, since, in each focus, that is, in each life, we align ourselves with a different essence. The essence to which we choose to belong is an option that represents the qualities, preferences, and expressions of energy with which we resonate most strongly. A family of essence is very similar to what we express in our physical reality. We automatically feel attracted to groups of people who express themselves very similarly to us. That's why we don't normally change family or alignment. Once that decision is made, something we do before we are born and, or at the latest when we have a year of life, we do not make any changes. Likewise, we choose our gender, which is not the same as our orientation, before we are born. 3 years ago I was talking to my friend Ronald Ortiz, and he told me that when his sister was pregnant she went to a clinic to find out the gender of the baby. They told her that it was a boy, and at birth she and her husband were surprised, because it turned out to be a girl. We can incorporate moments of alignment with another family for a solely temporary exploration experience, as I indicated above. Description of each family: the Willamette family incorporates spiritualists and mystics. It manifests primarily as what we call primitive humans, such as American Indians, many African tribes, and Aborigines. This does not mean that all individuals manifest themselves in primitive tribes, because there are tribes today that are not primitive. This family focuses internally, they do not get involved in politics, and, socially, they do not get involved to a greater degree with other individuals. Their communal focus is limited, because they seek the truth. I align myself with this family, so those who know me can understand my way of being. This family is very connected with nature and has a very special connection with our creatures. They can communicate telepathically or empathically with our animals and with all the natural elements, with very little effort. The preferred color is red. They are simple people, they do not complicate intellectually, because they like the original. It has a great affinity and connection with elements such as rocks or precious stones, plants or animals, and they surround themselves with all these elements. They may not understand why they collect these items except for the fact that they like them. Gramada family, they are the initiators, the organizers. They have a lot of creativity, they are usually great artists, musicians, architects, or physicists. They have a great ability to connect with accessible worldviews, in regional area number 2 of universal consciousness, and translate their meaning to the world, just as Albert Einstein did. They are not interested in calling attention, they work better behind the scenes, and offer the originality of their ideas. The Bold family are what we know as reformers. They are not interested in the status quo, their main goal is change. They are not satisfied with the continuous existence in the same direction. They continually change themselves, just as the elements around them, their locality, they change societies, governments, and our world. They are very emotional and passionate, this being their motivating force. They are never satisfied with the elements being always the same. Their passion and excitement are and run deep within them. They connect a lot with other people because they also incorporate tremendous compassion and understanding. They focus strongly on their dream skills. They possess very powerful precognitive abilities. They may not recognize their inner senses, but they can develop them in a very easy way, and to a greater extent. They also have an insider's knowledge of probabilities, including an understanding of possibilities. They can be connected with all the information regarding the options for all things and how they work. All this information is not incorporated in an intellectual way. They simply attract this information through their feelings. They do not always possess the ability to express this inner knowledge to other individuals or people, because they do not understand how to translate all this knowledge into intellectual expression. But they know it within their feelings. Within their passion and emotional focus, these people often confuse themselves. They get confused precisely because they try too hard in life to translate elements that have no mental translation in our physical life. In this physical focus, they try to conform and accept realities, especially in these present times, and they do so by allowing themselves to open small spaces within our civilizations to know what they possess within their feelings. The Ilda family is very nice, and they are incredibly verbal. They are the communicators, they focus on the exchange, they are usually travelers. They can manifest themselves as merchants such as gypsies, or sailors, that is, anyone who travels and exchanges cultural ideas. We can call them mixers. Without these individuals, our civilizations, and our cultures, would be stagnant. They also incorporated focuses as slaves and pirates. They are very colorful people. They exchange ideas from one culture to another and infiltrate religions as well as business in all areas of our world. In past periods of our history, they mixed in the royal courts, having access to both diplomats and kings, exchanging ideas and concepts between intellectuals and ordinary people. The Sumafi family incorporates the teaching focuses. It includes all the masters in all the elements, and in all the subjects of our existence. Many of these people are individuals connected to universities, they can align themselves with museums, they can be religious leaders, they can be within government. In every area that incorporates teaching, we will find these individuals. At other times in our history, these people were the keepers of knowledge, they were also the scribes, many of whom were involved in the writing of the Bible. Many of these people choose religious focuses, that is, lives. They are very interested in truth. Its intention or direction is aimed at teaching with as little distortion as possible. That is, they strive to be the most original, and the purest with the least possible distortion. This family, at the same time, is very playful, they do not incorporate the seriousness that many of us think solemn teachers should have. They are very flexible and incorporate a lot of humor because this is an element to teach. They are entirely experiential and understand the value of experience within education. We learn through experience, therefore, this family is very interested in experiences and maintains a desire to always experience. This family is very connected to the other family called Samari, and they influence them to put the teaching into practice. Within the elements of the arts, all the arts, they see a very high value in the aesthetics of beauty. Living artistically and incorporating beauty, they align with the intent of this Sumafi family. The Samari family, this is a creative and playful family, is spiritual and represents our artists. They are not master of art, they are the ones who practice art, everything they do incorporates action. This family materializes what the families of Gramada and Sumafi started. This family embodies excellent creativity. The Gramada family is the force behind the updaters that are the Samari family. They love to be at the forefront of the action. They are not introverted nor are they shy. On the contrary, they are very outgoing and independent, and do not align with groups. Nor do they align themselves with governments or religions or societies. They are the rebels of the group of essence families. It can be said that this family is like the salmon fish, swimming against the current. A very good example of this type of people were the hippies of the 70s. They express love and freedom in a great way. They are the winners of individuality. They don't align themselves with groups because they feel they diminish their individuality and creativity. They concentrate on spirituality within the individual, not within the religion. They are also temporary. They represent cultures that, so to speak, burst for a certain period of time, but are not cultures that continue. They appear only to encourage thought, creativity and spirituality and then disappear in the same way as they appeared. Today we do not find hippies like those of the 70s, which we called at that time the generation of love. I belong to this Samari family, and in school and college I represented my classmates. At the same time, I am stubborn as a mule when it comes to injustices. The Tumult family are the healers. These individuals manifest within the medical profession. They may be mystical or cultural healers. These healers incorporate a very vast territory and include spiritual and psychological healers. We find them in all areas of life. They can even be the ones who pick up the garbage. Because their physical manifestation or their occupation is irrelevant, they already have the inner ability to heal. Many times, they only incorporate the vibrational qualities expressed by their very existence and never implement a physical manifestation of what we consider to be healing. That is, they are the people who we consider that they give us good vibes. They align with organizations as they recognize the collective power of consciousness. Many times, they don't even understand the knowledge they have. The Zuli family. This Zuli family concentrates primarily on physical expression. They are the executors or the performers, they are the athletes, they have a deep appreciation for beauty. They appreciate our physical form, and the greatness manifested in the creation of our physical expressions. They appreciate tremendously every element of our physical body. They care a lot about our physical body and incorporate a tremendous understanding of how it works. They understand the consciousness of the cells and the molecules that sustain our physical form. They are excellent manipulators of our physical condition. They also incorporate the art of living and manifest it through their bodies, describing the body's capabilities and functions, allowing other essences to appreciate the beauty and magnificence of our physical expressions. As explained, they are usually or generally adept at athletics. Their bodies connect with their consciousness in a deep understanding of each organ. The Borladim family. This family takes care of our earthly stock. Their primary focus is to be creating new individuals. Their priority is family-oriented. They are excellent relatives. Their first function in the physical focus is to reproduce. They stop at nothing to complete their end and are very competent in realizing it. They produce very balanced and focused individuals. They produce individuals who direct the families of each essence. When a family needs a representative, it aligns in an agreement with the Borladim family to produce this individual or person. These people or individuals possess great affection and understanding and tremendous patience. They may not appear to be extremely patient in their physical expression, but they are, nonetheless. They are great believers in extended families of 8, 9, or 15 children. They do not sacrifice, because they consider sacrifice counterproductive. In some cultures, which incorporate individuals that we see as undesirable, these individuals belong to this family, because they are not concerned with the concept of behaving. They are only interested in experiences. They lead, but they are not intrusive. We hope this episode will help you understand and hopefully, you can find out which family you belong to and align with in this life. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and like it. Good evening and wait for the episode on orientation.